Hey everyone, good morning. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue here for Friday's edition of Cricut Chat. I am so excited today to show you a brand new product that was launched yesterday afternoon. It is the foil transfer kit for the Cricut Joy. And even if you don't have the Cricut Joy, you might want to watch today because if you have another machine, the same principles sort of apply to this and to this. Also, just kind of give you some insight into working with one of the iOS apps called Cricut Joy, simply called Cricut Joy. I want to show you how to use it to make insert cards and then also to make changes to insert cards so that you can add foil. Here is something that I just did. Isn't this gorgeous? So pretty. And this is all done with the Joy and the silver foil. Let me show you a couple others. This was came in a little bit light. I mean, it's still pretty, but came in a little bit light. But then I kind of got taken with darker colors. And so here's one that says, "You have a key to my heart." And this one, it was done in rose gold with a gold insert. But I think I might change that insert. This one, I always thought this was a strange card. It says, "I love you from the bottom of my cold heart." I guess it's supposed to be a joke. But I did it in silver with a silver insert. Now look at that heart. That is done with the foil. Isn't that great? Now this is what we used to do with our cards. We would use the pens. And, if you don't want to get the foil transfer kit, you can achieve a really interesting look using the metallic pens. This is metallic gold, the 1.0 marker. It's really a marker, not a pen. And so you can achieve a really interesting look. But this is a new look. So here are some other examples. This one I thought was cute with the hearts coming out of the envelope. Look at this one. Just so beautiful. And the foil came around here. Now I'm not going to lie. The Joy app is a little bit buggy. And it's been buggy, and I'm trying to work with Cricut and give them feedback on how to make this easier. And I know the other product experts are doing the same. So hopefully by the time this launches, the app will be ready and you won't have the bugs that I'm experiencing. But I will tell you that I've had some frustrating moments in the last 24 hours trying to get this to work so I can show you everything about how to do it. So just be aware, if you're new to my channel, I do everything live. So I make mistakes or I run into problems, and that I'm told from my friends that are here every day is the appeal to my channel, is that it's real, it's not edited. You're not going to see, a perfect start to finish tutorial. You're going to see a start to finish tutorial, but you're going to see some problems and I'm going to comment on them and everything else. So that's if you're new to us. Again, my name is Rita and this is my channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue. We do a daily chat here. We've been doing it for the last, 16 months or more. Yeah, 16 months. that it's at 9 o'clock Eastern time every day, Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday night, we do date night at 7 p.m. This is a live program, as I said. I do record it, and then I upload it to YouTube so that my friends on YouTube can watch it. The only drawback to that is that my friends on YouTube don't get to see the chat. And so sometimes some things I'm talking to the people and it's a little bit confusing, and I apologize for that, but I also want to chat with you craft like you. Yeah, it's real. It's realistic. It's a realistic crafting experience. I wish it was perfect, but I'm not a perfect person. And the one thing you will know about me is, or you'll learn about me, is that I'm a very adventurous person. I'll try anything at least once. Sometimes I'll try it more than once. And I'm going to show you all of the pluses and minuses. It's very real. Which is why I tell you about the Joy app. Okay, so this is a product for the Joy. I'm going to get started. Hi to everyone. So this is a product for the Joy. It won't be out for another couple of weeks. It is going to premiere on HSN, but for our Canadian friends, my understanding is that the Canadians will get, because they can't order from HSN, they'll be able to purchase this on the Cricut site before everyone else. That was my understanding. Before when the HSN launches. So HSN launch or announcement is next week, and then it'll be 2 weeks until you can get your hands on this if you are in the US. You'll be able to purchase it on Cricut.com, and I'm sure it will be in all of the retail outlets. My understanding is that it is $29.99, which is not a lot of money, and actually the original foil transfer kit is $49.99. And so there you go. So there's a big difference there. You do need a Joy to use this kit, okay? But if you have another machine, you can buy that kit, and it's not interchangeable. That's because the housing for the Joy, as you probably know, is smaller than the housing for the other machines. It's smaller because the machine is smaller. So when they went to replace, or create the foil thing, they had to go smaller, okay? And what you get in the box is, it will show you here, you're going to get transfer sheets, the housing, the tip, and some tape. All right. And so let me just show you where, here it is. So this is the group of foils. How many pieces do we get? 12. And then on the back, you can see, it's in a little plastic baggie, but on the back, you can see that that's the tape. And then you get this with the tip. Now, the difference here is there's only one tip for the foil, only one, and it's a medium tip. And you can see it's a medium tip because it has the 2 lines on the tip. I don't know if the fine and the bold will be introduced. They don't tell us that stuff, but in the beginning, you're just going to get that medium tip, okay? And you get enough foil to make 24 cards. 12 cards, so a dozen cards. You can also use the foil that is out there already for the other machines. This one is called the Ruby Sampler. You get 3 of the 3 colors, red, pink, and like a rose gold. You can also get them in single colors. This is rose gold. This is a metallic sampler. This one's real pretty. It's kind of, what do they call it? Jewel sampler. It's sort of bluish, like a what's that color? That's that. I want to say peacock blue, but maybe it's not peacock blue, and then purple and green, and then you can buy them in the individual silver, gold, rose gold, that sort of thing. The foil is kind of like a little bit of a real game changer, especially with the cards, the insert cards. So the insert cards are pretty amazing. I have to say, the one thing I love about my Cricut Joy is the insert card. It's so easy. I mean, just lightning fast to do a card. And I've really enjoyed showing you all how to do this. And I want to show you start to finish how this works. So I use my Joy mostly with my iPad. You don't have to use it with an iPad. You can use it with a laptop, a desktop, even a mobile phone. But the one thing is, if you want to use the Joy and do foil, you must use the Joy app. So if you're going to the App Store and you type in Cricut, you will see that there are two right here. This Cricut Design Space, that's the one that we often work on. And then there's this one, Cricut Joy, right? It says quick and simple, and it really is quick and simple. There are some bugs in it, so don't if I have a problem, don't be like, oh my gosh, it's not ready, because I have this a couple weeks ahead. And so part of it is we get to debug it before you all have to work on it. Okay. So when you open up the Joy app and you just download it just like any app, you're going to be met with this hello thing, and you can see you can make insert cards, labels, you can do iron-on and infusible ink, or vinyl stickers, or even paper crafts, all here. But this is very basic. This is like they took the Design Space app and they whittled it down to the very, very basics, okay? So there aren't going to be a lot of variations that you have to learn. This is good for new people. New people, sometimes they just want to get started, right? And so people, the Cricut folks wanted to take away all those painful points of how do I do this in Design Space, that sort of thing. So they created the Joy app, and it is so easy. So if you know and love Design Space and you've been doing the iPad app on Design Space, which I do all the time, this is worth it. And now it's going to be even more worth it because it has foiling in there. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a couple of insert cards, and we're going to use the foil inside of it. So I'm just going to go to Browse Insert Cards, and you'll see that there's over 1,100 cards in here. You can also search for cards. So you can do a search here, and I did one yesterday, unicorn. And that brings up our really pretty unicorn. And there's a couple of other unicorn ones. So let's just pick this one, and we will do this one first, okay? So this one just says start making. And the thing I like about the Joy app is it tells me everything. So consider as a beginner or beginner to the Joy, all of the information, I mean, literally all of the steps are in this app, and it hand holds you all the way through, okay? So it tells me what supplies I'm going to need. It gives me overviews about insert cards, about how to use the foil transfer system, preparing the mat, blah, blah, everything, right? And I can click on these links and watch videos or read articles. But here I'm going to just do start making. So the first thing that you'll be confronted with is to choose a card size. And some of these cards don't have don't have the different sizes. But remember, Cricut Joy cards now come in 3 sizes. So on this particular one, it's only available, this image is only available in one size, which is our medium size, the one that we originally set up for. Medium size cards are these ones. When you go to the store or you're looking online and you're looking at insert cards, they're not going to be labeled medium, small, and large. They are going to have very distinct measurements. So this one here, it says insert cards 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's what we call an A2 card. And these ones are the ones that they originally came out with. So they've been out for over a year. And then the other 2 are available. There's a smaller and a slightly larger. Okay. So, so when you're choosing cards, be aware of the fact that you will have to choose a size from now on. And that is actually the same in the regular app. Okay. So, in this case, I have to choose. So I'm choosing that middle one, and then I'm going to hit next. Now, this is where we can introduce foil. I hope that it's going to allow me to do it. And I'm going to do it here at the bottom. Edit color. Okay. Yeah, it's going to let me do it. Good. So here you're going to be able to edit colors for your card, for your insert, and for your pen/foil. So this really is just for you, for your visuals, the card part. Okay. Really just kind of visually sort of helping you. So in this case, let me switch. I'm going to make this card black. Woo! I'm going to change the insert to like a holographic. Woo! And then I'm going to choose pen or foil. See, I can choose pen or foil. I'm going to choose foil, and I think I'll choose... maybe we should choose one of the blue, like that blue. That might look really cool. Or look, and you see how it changes? The purple doesn't look like it's showing up too much. So I think maybe we'll try the blue. And then you're going to check off. And here it is. Here is your card as you have designed it in your head. And you can still make changes, by the way, by just hitting this edit color. But if you're happy with this, and I'm happy with this, I think I'm going to hit next. Okay, so this is the setup page, and it's telling you what material you need and how you're going to load it and the size and everything. Also gives you all the requirements down here, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my iPad away and get my mat ready, okay? So I have my card mat, and just so you can see, this is a card mat that we introduced these last year, and it's basically got like a little sleeve. And as I was mentioning, there are 3 sizes, and that's shown here on the card mat. So when you put it in, put it so that you can read Cricut Joy and the arrow is pointing up, and you're going to press it all the way up so it's nestled right there at the top. Then you're going to flatten it like this. Now, normally what we do is we just go ahead and put it in the machine. But now that we're doing foil, we have to prepare the mat for the foil. So let's see. We said we were going to do blue, and that is here. So this does not come with the kit, but you can buy this separately, and I just think it will look really cool with this design. So here's like a little box or a pack of 24 jewel samplers. So there's 3 colors. So I'm assuming I'm getting 8 sheets of each color, right? 8 times 3 is 24. And then I also get these things, which is tape. The tape can be reused if you take it off correctly. And let me just find that that blue color. Now, these things are really, really thin. I recommend that when you're not using them, just put them back in here. Don't take them out of the of the package because they can get kind of scratched up and a little bit ruined. So I just take out one at a time. The other thing, which people who have the transfer kit from for the larger machines, they'll tell you is that you can mess up your mat because this foil, it can stick on here. I'm going to just show you what I mean. So if you get and press on here, you can see that some of the foil actually comes off from here. So try to keep it away from the sticky part of your mat. It doesn't ruin your mat, and you can wash it off, but it's just kind of annoying. All right, so let's go down. I want to just show you straight on. We're going to take and put the piece of foil right over the card, okay? And then we take our pieces of tape, and I like to do the top and bottom first. So doesn't matter, top or bottom to do first. And then with the opposite end, I do try to pull the foil so that it's kind of flat. It won't ruin it if there's a little bit of a wrinkly type, like this. It won't ruin it, but there is a possibility that the foil won't transfer that well there. So then you're going to do the sides. And when you're satisfied, and actually I'm not satisfied with this, and I've been using my weeding tool to lift up the tape, but you see how it comes off really well, and it's really sticky. So it's really good. So once you have this all set, you're ready to make the card. So let's get our iPad back. And I hope that it's going to, I don't know if, no, we have to do it again. So let's do unicorn. Now, the thing about the Joy app and about insert cards is they're not savable, and they're really not editable for the most part. There are a few workarounds that you can do, but right now there's just not easily editable. Okay, so here we'll go next, and we're going to edit the color again. I'm going to choose foil blue, and I'm going to make the insert holographic silver and the card black. All right, and then I'm going to hit go, and then I hit next, and it tells me what I need, and then it says make it. Now it's going to automatically connect my Joy from my iPad. So that's done through Bluetooth. If you don't know how to do that from your settings, you can do it. It just does it automatically here. Next is going to tell me how to get ready, which is what we already did. So we took off the protective cover off of our mat. We put the card in and pressed it down. Then it's going to tell us how to add the foil, which we already did. So we put the foil on there with the tape. And then it's sort of flashing down here where it says machine ready to auto load, which means that I can then, and you'll see actually that my machine, let me move my machine ever so slightly so you can kind of see it, but it's blinking. Okay, so we're going to put that in to the machine. It does always checks and sort of checks to make sure you have the proper thing in there. Now that we have the foil on, we're going to open up the clamp and take out the housing with the blade in there, and then we're going to pop in with our foil housing with the tip installed, close it, and that you're being shown that all here. Okay, and then you just hit go, and it will start to do the foil. We'll wait for the foil to be done because I want to show you what I think is a really crucial part of this. and that is removal of the foil to do the cutting that's required. So here's an example. This has a lot of foil, but it still has cutting because I need to have something that I can put my insert card, the insert part of the card in, you see? And so look at all this beautiful foil. Well, before I get ready to cut, I have to take the foil off, but I'm not supposed to remove the mat from the machine because it will mess up the way that the mat is positioned, and it will mess up the cut. Okay, so it's done. It's telling me here, remove the foil and the tape. Important, do not unload the card mat. So what I've been doing is using my weeding tool. They come in handy. And just sort of lifting up the tape. And for some reason, my nails are not getting in there. And so I do the tape on the 3 sides. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, okay? What you have to do is open up and remove this foil, the foil housing. You can keep that open, but to get this out without messing up your mat being loaded, you have to sort of work underneath there. So keep that in mind. Take out the tool before you go ahead and take off that. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's really done a great job with the foil, but it still needs to cut. So I'm going to put back my regular housing and close the clamp, and then I will follow the instructions on the Joy app. You see that? Remove foil transfer tool, insert blade, and then I'm just going to hit go, and it's going to cut the actual cutout. It's actually going to cut out like this. So this is just replacing the pen with foil. As you can see, it's foil replacing that, okay? And I know I'm going to get the question, so I'm going to just tell you. If you wanted to do pen and foil, you're kind of out of luck because at least for now anyway, you can only choose a pen or a foil. You can't have both on your card. Maybe that will change. I don't know, but I just thought I would mention it because I know I'm going to get that question. A couple other things that came to mind yesterday when I was playing with this was, if you're a very frugal person, and you guys know I'm a very frugal person, and you want to buy this and you want to have enough of it around, you could buy the larger sheets, which are 12 by 12, and you can cut them into 6 pieces, and that would be very economical. Just be careful where you store them because the foil can kind of get a little bit scratched and doesn't look very good. All right, so now we're complete. Yay! And we're going to unload. And believe it or not, the Joy app continues to help me by telling me how to remove it, how to put the insert card in, how to use a scraper, and then I am done. At this point, it's asking me for feedback. I'm going to choose Remind Me Later. Okay, so I'm done, and I'm back to square one. Wasn't that easy? Let's have a look at our card. We're going to remove it just like it says. Now, the thing that I've noticed with insert card mats is that they have a very different stick than our regular mats. It's just a different stick, and when they first came out, the stick was not very good at all. They went back to the drawing board and they did change it. But now, when you take it off, you will see that not everything that's cut out, I want to just make sure. Yeah, not everything that's cut out actually came off when I took it off the mat. So this is what I do is I turn it to the back and I make sure that all of these pieces are out. You see that? And it kind of doesn't matter if it rips a little tiny bit because it's going to be covered with your insert, okay? So here's the insert that I chose, and I am going to just put it into the tabs on the inside of the card. There we go. And boom, there is our card. Now, a couple of tips from a card maker. Some of these cards, they're just beautiful, and I think it's pretty awesome. But some of these cards do have in such a way that they have little pieces that are going to stick out. If that bothers you, like it bothers me, then you probably want to just put a little dab of glue. And I know that's kind of not a Cricut authorized or not something that they tell you about. But for me, as a longtime card maker, I just can't stand when things stick out, because when they stick out, they're probably going to rip off eventually. So that's what I'm going to do here, is just sort of put a little tiny bit of glue on those pieces that stick out, and I could just press down, and I could do it better. You'll do it better at home, but I just kind of want to mention that. And that is it. Isn't that gorgeous? Do you want to see another one? As I'm happy to show you the seashell one, which is very, very intense. And I'm happy to show you that as it works. Want to see this one being made? If so, I will go ahead and do that. So I'm going to start all over. And I'm opening up my Joy app. And I'm also going to, let me just search for shell. Let's see, we can find, I do have actually a blue card, and I'm hoping that it's gonna work. Come on, shells. How about shells? She sells seashells by the seashore. Well, of course, it's not working for me. So let's cancel out of here, and we'll go just to browse. Okay, so when you're browsing, again, there's like over 1,100 cards to choose from. There's every sort of topic. There are even ones in different languages. Like here, there's French, there's German, there's Japanese. I don't know this one. There's Spanish, and all these different ones. You see? So cool. And for some reason, it's not giving me the seashells. Okay, so we might have to choose a different one at this point. Let's see. I know I got it from just browsing. So, and this is what I mean. It's a little bit buggy. All right. There are some things that are a little bit buggy about it, and right now this is buggy, but hopefully they'll have this fixed up by the time everybody's ready to use it. And so just us folks are the ones that have to endure this stuff. So let me see if I reopen the app, sometimes that happens where I can sort of play around. So ready to make, yay, they're showing up now. Look at this one. It's a flamingo, Nancy. It's a flamingo. Isn't that adorable? Maybe we should do that one. Let's do that one. Okay, so we're going to do start making. And again, you'll have the choice of, sometimes you'll have the choice of 3 sizes, but in this case, just the medium size. We're going to hit next. And here is where we're going to add the foil. So we're going to, here we go. It doesn't let me add foil to this one, so we can't do this one. So let's try another one. And that's the beauty of live video on Facebook, is that everything just doesn't go perfectly all the time, and you have to pivot quite a bit to, let's try this one. This one, it says, my heart pops for you. This is where you can see there are small, medium, and large. So let's choose the medium. That's what I have. And then I can edit color. And there it is, pen or foil. So we're going to put this on a blue card. Maybe what we'll do is do red on a blue card. That might look kind of cool. And with an insert of yellow, maybe. And we'll change the card to this. Maybe not. Maybe we'll change it to silver. Seems like I'll see it better in silver or gold. And we'll change the insert to, how about glitter gold? I think that might look really good. My blue is actually slightly lighter than what it's showing on here. So let's go ahead and hit next. And here is where we just get that information, kind of like with the heat guide, what you need to do to make this card. So I'm going to put down my iPad, and I am going to prepare the mat. Where is my silver? We'll use this silver, right? Did we say silver or gold? I said gold, but let's do silver. Who cares? And here is a piece of the silver. Gonna put that on there, and then I'm going to tape it top to bottom. If that works for you, that's the way it works for me. So I'm reusing my tape because I can. It's nice and sticky. There we go. All set to go. And I hit make it on my iPad. See that? And it's telling me to put the card in there, which I've done, and I'm going to take my foil housing with the tip, take out my cutting housing, put in the foil one, and on the iPad I'm going to hit go, and it will do the foil for us first. So it's sort of like with pens, the pens go first, the foil goes first. So it always does that before it does the cutting. So we have a blue, let me just get the, I think I'll use maybe this yellow holographic for inside the card. And of course, you know, the insert cards come all sized for you. You get envelopes, you get the actual cards. See, these are all cards, and these are inserts, and there are different color packs as well as different sizes. So when you're buying these, be sure that you're getting the size that you want, okay? You can also create your own cards. It's so easy to do with doing the medium size. The bigger and the smaller is slightly different, and if you guys want to see how to do that, again, I'm happy to show you. The only downside to that is you don't have the envelope, so you have to create or buy envelopes separately, which you can do. Michael's always sells batches of envelopes in different sizes. The smaller size, though, is not a easy size to find that envelope in, just in case. But the medium size and the large size are fine. You can find envelopes in that case. So it's saying to me, it's telling me how far along I've gone. And so I've got 26% of the foil. Any questions at all about how this is working or anything else that I can help you with? I'm here and I'm happy to answer questions for you. So just feel free to ask away. Let's see. And still going through this. Oh, maybe I'll choose silver. I don't know. See, some of these I actually made myself, these inserts, and that was good because I could use different things that I found in my stash. So here's a silver. Look at this. Imagine a Halloween card that's black with this orange. So cool. And by the way, there are tons of different cards there. There's something for every occasion. Right now, you'll see a lot of dad and mom cards because, well, we just had Mother's Day and Father's Day is coming up. There's some graduation ones, but then throughout the year, we saw them add oodles of cards, and it was so easy just to kind of sit down at my Joy, pick a card and throw it in the machine, and boom, it's done. Yeah, you can use scraps if you want to. You can use to make your cards. You can use scraps. I've shown you how to take an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper that you get from Michael's, and if you cut it in half, if you cut it in half and fold each piece, so fold both pieces, you'll get two exactly the same size A2 cards or the medium cards. So if you don't want to buy these or you can't get your hand on the color that you want, say you want to do a baby shower and you want to do it, all in yellow because they haven't revealed the baby. So you can get yourself some yellow cardstock and make your cards. The inserts are actually a little bit smaller inside, and so by taking an 8.5 by, actually I did it with a 12 by 12, and I created 3 strips of 4 inches, and then each of those I cut into 5-inch pieces. So I was able, out of a 12 by 12, I was able to get 6 inserts, and from an 8.5 by 11, 2 cards. If that is helpful to you, I'm happy to show it to you then, okay? So I guess I'll just, A2 cards are easy and affordable. Yes, agree. So, actually, so a great question, Holly. Oh no, Christine asked a great question. And can you use the Joy app from your desktop or laptop? Well, you can't actually use the app. However, you can use the Joy and the foiling from the desktop or from your laptop. I didn't have time to show you that today, but you can indeed use your desktop or your laptop to run your Joy machine, and instead of using the app, you would just use your regular design space. Because right now, if you use the app for Cricut Design Space, it does not do foil. A lot of you know that, but just to kind of clarify. So right now, and I don't know if you'll ever be able to do it. I just know that it is problematic with programming, undoing some of the special features in iOS or in the mobile apps, because it's a whole different mobile programming. So that sort of, all that to be said, you know how like sometimes you have an app that you really like on your phone, but then you go on to the computer or your laptop and there are more features that you can use. That's what's going on here. And I know a lot of places do that. I know YouTube does it, and Amazon, and even Facebook. So I think, we're getting to a place where the programming is very much the similar experience, but there's still, some lag, and it does require programming changes to be made. Okay. So and they never tell us, they just never tell us what kind of programming that they're doing or what kind of new products they're featuring. So let me just unload this, and now it's done. You see I used a little bit different blue than this, and I'm just going to remove it carefully. You don't want to rip it. And you'll see that not everything came off on my mat, so I'm going to use my little weeding tool and sort of poke them through to the back. And make sure I remove them. And that's okay that it ripped here. Okay, it is perfectly fine. And where's I picked something out and then I put it away. Okay, so then I'm going to put in here and here. And there it is. Isn't that great? So I want to just show you, in case you came late, here is what we used to be able to do with pens, which was pretty awesome as it was. But here is what you can do now. And this is with the Cricut Joy, okay? What you used to be able to do, what you can do now. And I'll just show you a few of these this I think is my favorite so far. But in this one here, I used a very light colored, and for some reason it didn't really foil that well on with the gold. This one I love because you can see that rose gold, and I love this silver one because I love the way the heart turned out. And this is not, I tried to do this yesterday and it wouldn't let me do it with the foil. So here's another one. Here's another one. No, that one's not one. So these are all regular ones, and these are all the foil ones. And that's it, everyone. That's how to use the Cricut Joy foil transfer kit. Just a few details so that you know. It's not going to be available for purchase for a couple more weeks. The retail price is $29.99. Remember, if you're a Cricut Access customer, if you purchase on the Cricut app, you can get 10% off on your purchases. And that includes materials or tools or machines. Everything is 10% off if you're a Cricut Access customer. If you're a Premium Access customer, you get an additional 10% off from the price, because from the materials prices, not only the materials prices. And then, of course, if you use my link and code, you'll get an additional 10% off and free shipping over $50. So continue to, thank you so much for using my link and code. I understand that people want to purchase things like when they see them at the store or something, or an HSN, but it really does help me when you use my link and my code. It helps to support me so that I can continue to buy more craft materials and show you all these different things. So tomorrow is Saturday. So tomorrow night we'll be having our Cricut Date Night. I hope you can join me. I will be announcing the details for my June Bundle of Joy giveaway, which is a giveaway that I'm doing every month, where I give away a Joy machine plus a bunch of extras to get you started. So tune in tomorrow night so you can find out about that. And then just sort of as a matter of like housekeeping, if you've been interested in joining our Zoom calls, the next Zoom call will be next Saturday. And we are going to have people bring their most, the projects that they're most proud of. It doesn't have to be complicated. The project that they're most proud of, and there will be prizes for people who have struggled, and maybe they're just really proud. Last month we had Matt who did an Eiffel Tower, amazing, and Melissa who did a shadow box with all the rolled flowers for her family. It was so great. So thank you so much for coming today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see you again tomorrow night. We'll be doing a project. Actually, I think I'm going to do the cups, the color changing cups, and designing, making vinyl on color changing cups, so you can kind of see how that works. I know that's real popular in my groups right now. So thanks everybody for coming. Enjoy your day. Get some crafting in, and take care of yourselves. Okay? Bye.